Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today I have 10 ready-to-wear looks, plus a bonus, that I'm going to be sharing for spring. Spring outfits to share with you, as well as I've paired them all with patterns and fabric if you would like to recreate any of these for yourself. I'll be doing some of this, I think, maybe not these exact fabrics. I'm trying to use more stuff for my stash, you know. But yes, I will be doing some. I do all of my sew the looks on shorts now, so keep your eyes peeled. Those will be popping up on shorts as we go throughout the season. But again, 10 looks that we're going to be going through today, plus a bonus. And yeah, I'm so ready. I'm so ready for spring. I'm in a sweater because it's not super warm, but the sun is shining, so I'm so ready for spring. I'm so ready for spring. I'm so ready for the sunshine. And I don't want hot weather. I would just like something a little bit, I would like it not to be cold, raining, or snowing I'm at that point now. So anyway, we'll go through those here right now. I've got my laptop down here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking down at. I'm trying to look to see what I'm also posting up here. Yeah, so that I'm seeing what we're seeing the same thing. Okay, these videos always get long, so let's just go ahead and dive in. Go ahead and dive in. All right, so here is the first look that I have penned. All the original pins, the original sources for all of these looks. I've got the link to the Pinterest board down below, so it'll take you back to their origin. So if there's something that you're like, oh, actually, I really like those pants or whatever, but I don't want to make them, you can buy them from there. So anyway, that is, that's just nothing that I don't make any money on that. There's no affiliate associated with that. Just if you are interested, I like to give credit to where the origin of these all came from. And that is linked in the Pinterest board down below. Okay. Another thing, if there are affiliates, because I do have affiliates with some of these patterns and fabric shops, not all of them, but some of them, there's an asterisk next to each of those. That just means I make a small commission when you buy something from that link. There's no extra cost to you. So yeah, little disclaimer. Okay. Let's go with look number one. I just thought this was really good. So I've got the Pinterest board and I have got Jenny that can pin stuff to it, as well as our social media gal, the gal that helps us with social media, Marissa, who is younger than us, quite a bit younger than us, and she's pinned some stuff as well. So hopefully we're getting a good, not just things that I would necessarily pick, but also to other people to maybe get a little bit better, more well-rounded looks that you may want to recreate. But this is one of the looks. I think these sailor pants are absolutely adorable with I'm going to use a Jennifer McMurray term here, a beyond basic knit top. So something that's not your standard white t-shirt, something that's a little bit different. And then she's just got a sweater draped over it here. This isn't the best look at the t-shirt really, but I was trying to find one where you could see the whole outfit. So I've not picked a pattern for the sweater. Just if you have a striped sweater, you could throw it over this outfit, but I have for the top and the pants. So for the top, I've actually gone with the Style Arc Kirby top. It's got those, it's the shoulder pads, and that's what this shirt has. It has like the exaggerated, sleeveless kind of look, but it's got the shoulder pads that are in there, and it's got this, actually the shirt for the inspiration is like a really, like on purpose, wide armhole, which you can like see the gal's bralette underneath it, which that's not what I would be going for, but whatever, to each their own. Anyway, the pattern does not do that. So you could create the shirt while still keeping it, not a super large armhole. So the Style Arc Kirby top, and with that, I have gone with a fabric from, Style Maker. It's just their cotton. They've got a really good cotton jersey, and it's in what color did I pick? Did I pick white or no, vanilla? I went with vanilla, which is a little bit, but they've got white. There's a ton of colors that come in this cotton spandex jersey, so you could really pick whatever. But the reason I went with cotton spandex jersey is because I think you want a little bit of structure for it to hold that sharp. I mean, if you got the shoulder pads there, you still want a fabric that's going to hold that structure to give that architectural kind of look that she has going for here. For the pants, I'm talking really fast. I will try and slow down. Sorry. For the pants, I've gone with No Me pattern 2043. This is an Erica Bunker pattern. She is fabulous. And these are absolutely the pants. She's made them up in a beautiful, I don't know if this is a cotton twill or a linen. They're gorgeous. But if you made these up in a denim, and I've gone with a good weight denim, I'm trying to think what, it's a Cone Mills with some stretch in it, 10 ounce. I was trying to see if it was in the link, and it is, from Style Maker, a 10 ounce. 10 to 12 ounces are kind of my favorite for jeans. With 10, sometimes 12 can get a little bit thick, but yeah, 10 to 12 is where I like to kind of play around with my jeans as far as weight of denim. And Cone Mills has a really great stretch denim. And anytime, even though the pattern probably doesn't call for stretch bottom weight, if you have a little bit of stretch, it just gives you a little extra comfort, is always been my case. But it's a direct dupe for these pants for that pattern. So I felt really good about that one. All right, look number 2 is this. This just reminded me of Easter, of an Easter egg, and I just absolutely, it's color blocking, but I just thought it was fabulous. And I'm also very obsessed with my own trench coat right now, and it needed to make its way into this video. So that's what we have done here. I love everything about this. So we're gonna start with the top. For the top, I actually just went with the Cashmerette Concord t-shirt because it's got a nice deep V, which is what this gal's t-shirt has as well. It may be sleeveless. I don't know. I can't see what the sleeve situation is here, but the Cashmerette Concord has like 3 different sleeve lengths. It also mixes and matches with some of their club patterns, but the Concord is in their regular catalog, and it's nice and fitted, which is what I liked about what this gal, her shirt, like it fits in at the waist. It's not more of a fitted shirt and not boxier, which I feel like we're seeing a little bit more. So if you do have like the larger bust, narrower waist into the fuller hips, like that hourglass shape, this is a really great look, and it's a really great t-shirt for that. The Cashmerette Concord is actually my favorite fitted t-shirt, and while I have the bust, I don't have the small waist and hips. I don't have the hourglass. I'm a rectangle with big boobs, basically. So, but still, it's my favorite fitted t-shirt pattern. And I've gone with a fabric from Minerva on that. That is a rib knit in kind of this lemon yellow. This is a really good yellow for summers. It's like a little bit cooler, icier yellow. It's a good yellow for my daughter. But I went with that for the shirt. And for the bottoms, I have gone with the Tilly and the Buttons Thea trousers because they come cropped. They're kind of a wider leg, yet still more of a trouser there up at the top. I actually think I have that pattern. I think that pattern might have come in a So Haley Jane box at some point. I need to go through my patterns. They've just kind of I had them very nicely organized. And then, you know, all it takes is not putting some away a few times, and all of a sudden you just have a big pile, which is what happens. So I really do need to go through and organize those. I'm pretty sure I have this pattern, but I just thought it was a perfect opportunity. And for the fabric, also from Minerva in a lemon yellow, is a I think it's a washed linen. Is that what it's called? Like a washed linen that is just, I've used it for it's like a medium to heavyweight, but I have used it for shorts for Ava before for my daughter, and it's a great bottom weight linen. There's a few things you may want to do with linen just to keep it from bagging out, because it is a looser, typically linen is a looser weave. They use a looser weave with linen, and because it's a natural fiber, with your body heat, that can grow and sag a little bit. So my biggest recommendations when you are working with linen for pants are to put cotton twill tape into the top of the seam for the waistband, as well as into the crotch seam to keep your pants from growing throughout the day. That just keeps those 2 points, keep them up and stable, and then you don't have droopy crotch at the end of the day as well. Not a lot you can do about like the knees bagging out or butt bagging out, but this is a looser fit pant, so I don't think you're going to have that issue anyway. It's not like you're making a pair of cigarette pants. Okay, and then for the jacket, I absolutely went with the new Itch to Stitch Akari trench, and it absolute perfection. And I grabbed a cotton sateen from Style Maker, I believe. Yes, from Style Maker. This comes in a whole bunch of different colors as well, but for that bubblegum pink color. And I think a cotton sateen would make a beautiful trench coat. That would be a beautiful base to use for a really wearable trench coat. Okay, number 3. Okay, couple things to point out. So this is number 3 in this dress. I think this fabric is gorgeous, but because it's such a large scale print, it bothers me how much the print is like divided up for the tiers and for the waistband and on the top. And I don't even know that it's necessarily because it's a large scale print. It's more that it is not a dense print. So does that make sense? So it is a large scale print, but there's a lot of white space in between the big motifs. If it's big motifs but denser, like a lot of larger motifs together, that does not bother me to have it chopped up a little bit more. But when it is very much like flower with a lot of dead space in the back, that the pattern placement on this ready-to-wear dress bothers me. But we're seamstresses and we can fix that, right? So for the pattern, I mean, the pattern is absolutely the Itch to Stitch Camilla that I just made for my birthday dress. It is the same pattern. And I do think that the fabric is beautiful. I love the blue and white. And so for the dress, or for the actual fabric, I went with something kind of similar, but it's not as a little denser. It's a little denser pattern that I think would make a great Camilla dress. And it is actually the same fabric that I used for my Camilla dress, but in a different pattern. And they're at the sewing studio. It is beautiful. It's a rayon twill, but it sews beautifully. It is not, not all rayon is created equal. It does not get super shifty. I mean, it is rayon. It's not like super stable, but this is a really good one. It's the same dead stock, line of dead stock. She has it in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 different prints, and I bought 2 of them. I've got another print that I'm getting ready to use for a shirt, but I found it to be, using it was absolutely beautiful. So I've gone with this print, and I felt a little bit closer to the original dress. It is a really good pattern fabric pairing, so take a look at that. All right, number 4 here. I just thought that this dress was delightful. I could absolutely, I mean, could it be a cover-up? Absolutely, it could be a cover-up. Or it could be something that you wear out to lunch with like a really pretty pair of sandals. You could dress it up with a pair of heels. You could put on some white sneakers if you wanted to. I feel like you could style this in a lot of ways. I just love that it doesn't have a waist seam, so it would be comfortable to wear in the summer. Honestly, I think you could wear this as a wedding guest outfit as well. It is maybe a little bit more bohemian, but for my body type, because I have a high waist and I'm very much a rectangle with big boobs, this would actually, I think, be a very flattering dress on me. So this is one that I picked. We absolutely needed, I was looking for a tunic pattern that could be elongated. But honestly, I came across Berta 6633. It is, I mean, you may want to lengthen it just a little bit. So there is a longer version there, and it's got the slits on the side, collar, everything that you could use. But you could lengthen it to make it a little bit more maxi if you wanted to really get the look of the original dress. But Style Maker has got this beautiful cotton eyelet fabric in quite a few different colors with matching cotton voile to go behind it. And they've got like this kind of a lilac orchidy color, which is the fabric that I've picked. I'm showing you the embroidered cotton, or the eyelet fabric. It's like are we calling it eyelet? It's not really eyelet. It's an embroidered cotton fabric, but I didn't pop up the cotton voile that you could also get, but I've listed it down below in the description. I just bought this fabric with the matching cotton voile in an aqua turquoise color. You'll be seeing that in a little fabric haul here soon. I may totally recreate this dress with that, just in a color that is one that I'm very excited about wearing. So really good. Really, really good. All right. This is look number 6. I just think I love everything about this. I am here for the embroidery movement that is kind of coming back. I get the algorithm sends me all sorts of like style things because I'm sure it's what I'm looking at, and I'm trying to stay like on top of things. And I've had a few influencers that have come across my feed that I've talked about how embroidered sleeves are such a big thing this spring, and that they're seeing them everywhere, yada yada. Obviously this does have embroidered sleeves. This is a Bowden look. It's got embroidery, on the front of the shirt. You could totally recreate this if you do have an embroidery machine, which I'm very tempted to do because I do have an embroidery module on my Bernina, my Loner Bernina, and I have been scared to use it, even though Alice came and taught me and we went through all of that stuff together. I used it to do the monograms on my the matching pajamas that I made for my sister and I. And I'm like, this is not scary. I've had an embroidery machine before in the past. I don't know why it is intimidating me so much to use it. And I bought like the whole set of like, I'm looking at it right here, of embroidery thread. Like I bought like, I don't know, it's like 60 of them, colors. And yeah, let's start using them, people. Let's start using them. So while that is an option, I have actually gone, well, let's talk about the pattern first. For the pattern, I've gone with the Avid Seamstress, the blouse. I've made this pattern before. It's very easy. It's got elastic in the bottom of the sleeve, which kind of looks like might be the case on this shirt as well. Buttons up the front, just has a banded collar. If you've never made a button-up shirt, this is a great place to start. It's really pretty simple. I did a full bust adjustment on mine just to give it that bust start. I wear it quite frequently. So anyway, it is it's a really great pattern. And again, a good beginner if you've never made a button-up shirt before to ease in. But if you don't have an embroidery machine and if you want to try making your own, I came across this seller on Etsy that has this gorgeous embroidered cotton. Now, it's obviously a denser print than what you have going on this shirt, but oh my gosh, it would make the coolest blouse. And again, it comes in a whole bunch of different colors. So I picked the white background or ivory background or whatever for the link, but you have a peek at that one. It looks, I'm very tempted. Jenny and I were both like, ooh, that is some beautiful fabric. And I think it was like $26 a yard, $26 a yard, which for an embroidered fabric is not awful by any means. And I think it was, I can't remember how wide it was though. I'd have to go back and look. But they also sell matching fabric for it as well, that if you wanted to like layer behind or, you only wanted to do the embroidery in certain places, so you could have the matching cotton as well. So something to keep in mind, but very excited about that. And for the bottoms, I've gone with the Paradise Patterns Portilla trousers. I feel like this pattern pops up on every single one of my ready-to-wear looks. I own this pattern, and I have it cut it out for my daughter, the pleated. So it comes in two versions. It comes with a flat front and a pleated front in the pattern, and I have the pleated front cut out for my daughter for like over a year. I need to make them up. I came across quite a number of works in progress when we were cleaning out our workroom and sewing room. So anyway, I have just seen so many good versions of this pattern out there, and they're a wide leg trouser. There's the flat front version, which I would totally use. And for the fabric on this, I have gone with this. I'm very interested in this. It's at Style Maker Fabrics, and it is their Japanese cotton Oxford bottom weight fabric. And it comes in quite a few different colors, and it's got a green that is very similar to this. I am very intrigued by this because I think of Oxford cloth as being like a button-up shirt, like a more casual button-up shirt, cotton. So I'm interested what bottom weight Oxford cloth is. I may have to buy some of this just because I'm intrigued. I want to know what it means. Anyway, I think it would make a really cool pair of pants. So if anyone buys that, let me know. I'm very interested in maybe trying some myself. Okay, and next up is this little look, this little pale yellow sweater with this beautiful button up the front skirt. When you look at this upon closer inspection, it is a mock turtleneck that has a flounce sewn into the neck seam. So basically, it's just a mock turtleneck that has a flounce that was sewn on top of the shirt before the mock piece was sewn on, if that makes sense. So this would be such an easy hack, or you could omit it if you're not crazy about having that kind of collar flounce look around the edge. But for the pattern, I've gone with the True Bias Nico top. I can't remember now if I've got this one or not, but it is a dress or top. You can have sleeveless. There's a few different sleeve options. Obviously, you'd want to do the sleeve to recreate it just like this, but it's a mock turtle, and I think it would be perfect. And you would just need to draft basically a rectangle, however deep you decide you want it to go, like, I don't know, 4 inches maybe, 3.5 inches, and make it the length of the rectangle, the length of the neckline, and then it's just a matter of at the bottom of the rectangle, you're going to cut up every inch or so up to, but not through that top line. And then you're just going to turn it until it completely makes a circle, and then redraw it. So when you cut and sew that in, that will give it that flouncy effect. So anyway, it's just really cool. And yeah, it's just really cool. So it would be an easy hack to do. All right. And then for the skirt, I've gone with the True Bias Blair skirt. It is like an absolute dupe for this. And I grabbed a fabric from Minerva that is a really good bottom weight denim that comes in a lighter blue wash. So yeah, that's a perfect dupe for the Blair skirt with the fabric. You could absolutely recreate this skirt completely. So this was a look that Jenny pinned. I could totally see her making this too. This is right up her alley. All right, look number 7. Okay, the quilted jacket, folks. This is a Bowden look. I think this is beautiful. I love blue and white together. I just think it's such a stunning, classic color pairing for like spring and summer. So this very much caught my eye. And it really is just a denim shirt. I think it does have a ruffle on the front, but I've just gone with a straight denim shirt, wide leg white jeans, and a beautiful quilted jacket on top that would be perfect for the transitioning weather. So we will start with the top. I just picked the cashmere at Vernon, but honestly, any button-up shirt that you want to make would absolutely fit the bill. I have found, though, a really good option for denim shirting, and it's at Style Maker. Oh my gosh, it's at Style Maker Fabrics. It's a 6-ounce cotton denim shirting. Perfect, dark, the indigo color. You're going to be just right on trend there with whatever button-up shirt you want to do. For the jeans, I have gone with the Megan Nielsen Dawn jeans. I kind of forgot about this pattern, and I was back looking. It's been a minute since I've made a pair. And I'm trying to think if I even have that wide leg pair still, or if in a fit of rage when they no longer fit, if I got rid of them, which I need to not do that. My weight fluctuates so much, I should keep all of my clothes and just have them in separate boxes. They can be stored away when not being worn and then come back out when I can wear them again. Anyway, I kind of forgot about this pattern. This pattern's been around for a long time, and it is a phenomenal fitted through the waist and hip wide leg pant pattern. Take it all the way to the floor. It's got multiple, there's a shorts length, a crop length, and a full length. I've made them in the full length. You would be set and ready to go. For the fabric, I went with a, let's see here. From Cali Fabrics. I went to Cali Fabrics and found a really good, I think it's a bull denim. Is it 10 ounce? Yeah, a 10 ounce cotton bull denim. Perfect. Go perfect with the Megan Nielsen. It asks for no stretch. You could have some fabric with a little bit of stretch in it. It asks for none, but you could very easily make those pants out of it. And for the jacket, if you guys were around at the beginning of February and we did a sponsored post from Fit for Art Patterns that had their new book, which is sewing, I'm going to get the title right, Sewing Quilted Patchwork Jackets. Guys, this is the jacket. This is absolutely the jacket. It's the longer version with the collar. It is 100% the jacket. And I would honestly, I found some fabric here that is also at Style Makers that is a denim, like a shirting weight denim that's got a white like floral print on it. I would honestly just quilt it with, well, you could do the same shirting that you make your shirt out of if you wanted to for the backing and put a layer of flannel in between there to keep it nice and lightweight. Quilt those together and then finish off your seams, your binding the way that the pattern has you do that. And you have got this jacket. I'm very tempted actually by this to do more of a duster of this jacket and do something like that. So it doesn't, I mean, it can be patchwork and some beautiful art jackets with the pattern they've got on there. I was just so impressed with the shaping that is in the pattern that's included in that book that it was just very flattering. It gave you waist definition without, becoming overly like boxy. So I am very tempted to recreate this. I just think it's really cool, in my spare time. I want to recreate everything. I need more time. Anyway, those 3 patterns, you absolutely can recreate that look very easily. Okay, look number 8. If you have got any graduations coming up, any baby showers, any weddings, Easter, any of the big things that are coming up here soon, this dress absolutely ticks all the boxes. And folks, it is the Seamwork Sloan. I made this dress last summer. I actually need to try it on again. I may need to take it in a little bit, which is not awful. Love this dress. I get so many compliments on it every single time I wear it with that big statement sleeve. It's got some beautiful like tucks that give you the shaping at the waist. Absolutely perfect, and it would be this dress. And for the fabric here, I have gone with just a I don't know if it's necessarily quilting cotton. It's narrow. It's like a 43-inch wide fabric. And this Blooming Prairie premium cotton from Stylemaker Fabrics. This dress lends itself very well to like quilting cottons and those cottons with a little bit more structure. The one that I made actually is probably more of a home deck fabric. But with that structure, it gives you that really good poof on that sleeve. And because it's a fitted dress, you're not looking for drape. You're looking for the structure. So using a quilting cotton is absolutely perfect for this dress. You may want to line it if you feel like things are maybe a little bit thin. I did not line mine, but you absolutely could do that. And if you wanted, so the sleeve is constructed really cool. You have like your sleeve lining and then you have the outer sleeve, and the sleeve lining is smaller than the outer sleeve. And so that's what pulls that sleeve under to give it the big poof. But if you used a silk organza to do the sleeve lining on that, it would give you a little bit of extra structure in that sleeve. And honestly, plain silk organza is very reasonably priced. You can get it at Dharma Trading Company. I mean, it's under $10 a yard. And what would you need? You would need a yard for these sleeves. So it's where I get my cotton or my silk organza too for my pressing cloths. So it's just a undyed silk organza, very straightforward, but that would be a really good something to stick inside the sleeve as the lining to give it a little bit of extra structure if you wanted to. Okay, look, number 9 is this. I tried to pick some more casual looks. This cute little tennis outfit, basically. I feel like activewear, obviously, I feel like since 2020, it's become very much more, it's the athleisure movement, right? So it's not sloppy looking. It's still looking put together. You can run errands and not feel like you're just in your gym clothes. But I think this little outfit is very cute. And I've got a hack for the skirt. It's a tennis skirt, but I was having a hard time finding just a plain tennis skirt pattern, but I've got a really good hack and it's actually a pattern I already have. So for the top, I've actually gone with the Seamwork Cove collared sweater because it is this shirt just without the sleeves. So the Cove sweater has a drop sleeve on it. You would just omit the sleeve part of that and just hem up that drop sleeve to get, I mean, it's basically this shirt. And then I would just leave off the bottom band and just hem it. And there you go. You may want to lengthen it a little bit because the Cove looks like it might be a little bit more cropped. I would probably lengthen that since you aren't adding that bottom band to it, just to make sure the shirt itself's not too cropped, but the neckline, everything is spot on. And for the tennis skirt, I've actually gone with the green style pace skirt. Is that what it's called? The pace skirt? I have this one and I've made it before. Yes, the pace skirt. I've made it before and it's got like a yoke in the back with pleated that goes in the back, and then the front is just like a straight skirt. It's a golfing skirt that I've made for myself. But because it is fitted at the waist and then just kind of A-lines out from that, you don't have to use the front as the front. You could absolutely make 2 of the backs. And so you've got just that little yoke piece on both with the pleated that goes all the way around. It would be a very simple thing to do. And it has shorts underneath it, which makes it really easy. The pattern you can make with a stretch woven, which I have done, but you just need a knit for the biker shorts that are underneath it that are it's a skirt. So it's all in one. But you could totally use a athletic fabric to do the whole thing. You don't have to use a stretch woven for the outside. So I picked the same fabric for both the skirt and the top, and it is from the Fabric Fairy, and it is one of their athletic solids with the Flexi Soft nylon spandex athletic jersey knit fabric. And it says right there on the description, it can be used for leggings, so it's not see-through, which I think is wonderful. So that would be a very good weight to use for both of these things, because even if the top is a little bit thicker fabric, because of this nature of it, and you want it a little bit more boxy, I think you want just a little bit, it would be good to have a little bit thicker fabric just to keep that structure. Okay. And she's got other colors of that too. If you don't want a white set, there's other colors of that fabric. She's got, and I've had nothing but good luck shopping from Fabric Fairy. All right, and then finally, look 10, another little athletic. I feel like this would be great for yoga or just if you're running errands after the gym, that sort of thing. I love a good matching set. And I have gone with 2 green style patterns. The first one is the new Bobby Brammy. It is a like a bra cami. So it's got the sports bra, but it also is like a camisole. So it comes down to like a little bit of a crop shirt. My friend Marissa has made it. It's adorable. It's a newer pattern for green style. And it has full bust options for a +2 full bust and a +4 inch full bust. So I am very tempted by this pattern. I may lengthen it just a little bit because my midsection is not necessarily like my shining area of my body. Lengthening it just a little bit, I don't know that I need, but maybe a very small sliver of skin showing. So I might be more apt to do that. But for the bottoms, I have also gone with the green style Brooklyn joggers. I think those 2 patterns are absolutely going to recreate this look. And I went with fabric from Green Style. It is their brushed yoga fabric in an ocean teal. I have made joggers out of athletic knit before, and they are a great option for leggings, like a great alternative to leggings. So highly recommend doing that for both. For the bra on the inside, you probably want to throw in some power mesh if you're a little bit bustier. I absolutely would. The built-in bra for that top, I would do at least a layer on the front of power mesh in order to give me the suck in that I need. Maybe even all the way around. But yeah, that is something I would do just for the support. I've made my own sports bras. They work great. It's the Green Style Power Sports Bra, I think, that I've made. And those are the sports bras I wear. I've got 3 of them. So anyway, they've got some really good patterns. All right, so those are my 10 looks that I have picked. However, like I said, I have a little bit of a bonus one, and I am so excited to try this out. So this is the look. So this is look 11, I guess. I love this shirt so much. Like I mentioned, all of these influencers saying that embroidered sleeves, puff sleeves, very in for the spring. And I want to try it on my embroidery machine. I actually have, obviously this is a blue and white like gingham check. I've got some check fabric that I just got. That'll be coming up in a video soon, a little fabric haul. I had some birthday coupons from a couple of fabric stores, and so I placed a little order. But I want to try and recreate this top. And I'm going to use the style or the seam work Sloan as a base, omit the tucks, cut it into a top so that it's a little bit boxier. Love the sleeve on those. I'm going to embroider the fabric. I don't know. If you guys are interested, I can kind of like maybe take you along. I'll absolutely be taking my membership along with it, but I can go maybe into a little bit more detail if you guys are interested. But if you really want to go deep in detail, I'll be doing that over on my membership here on YouTube as I go through all of the different steps and as I troubleshoot things. It's going to be, I mean, the sleeve is huge. The sleeve pattern is huge, so I'm going to have to like rehoop it a couple of times to get what I want. Anyway, absolutely want to try this. I don't know if I'll put the little frill at the top of the neckline or not. I have a very short neck, so sometimes that can cut things off, but I absolutely want to do the embroidered sleeves and make it into a top. So stay tuned on that one. That is a creative project I really, really want to try. Okay, there we go. Like I said, these videos always get long. I apologize. But those are my 10 plus a bonus ready to wear looks that you can recreate with patterns and fabric for you guys to be able to do that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, get some sewing in, even as the weather is changing. I hope you're doing some, whether you're going into spring or fall, doing some new transitional sewing is always a lot of fun. So I hope you're giving some time to get into your sewing room, and I will see you guys again next time. Have a good one. Happy sewing.